mid.
First mid, let's give it to the Muffin Man.
All right, and with that
I'll let you.
All right, so we're gonna do our fun research for ESEA, and we are gonna be going live. So, first mid of the match, I'm gonna be watching Chaim Renan's rollout. He is on the team Seendio with a tag tutor right now, doing a pretty standard demo rollout right now. He gets him in pretty fast. I think he did beat the red demo man this time. The red demo's deciding to go left side. He's going to be playing more around the pack and the rock with his team. Scout's coming out to mid right now, playing up top, and no aggression really so far. Let's see, blue Scout's getting pretty aggressive right now. Red soldier jumps off on the blue crate though, gets denied. Everyone's kind of bunched up on the left side. We do have some frags on the Asian Rise guy, James Chaka, Smile, and Valkyrie all going down. So we only have Red and Anton left up on Seendio. I'm seeing Anton kind of dance around the pack, and his demo of Red, the only one left alive, not really able to do too much with his life there. Struggling behind the rock, takes with the axe, is taken down, and Catface Monster, or the Muffin Men, dominantly take that mid and do keep their medic up, so things should be smooth sailing right now, going on to second and then last for them.
And huge shout out to Adre with the crossbow kill being what takes down Hi, I'm Red, as they are standing on that point with full Uber, but Uber can dissipate very fast, especially when there is Antoine on the Australian sniper man defensively here on this process lap.
Yeah, so we're going to have an engineer and a sniper just kind of pulling out all the stops, but Catface Monster should not feel too threatened by these. Since they do have a huge Uber advantage, they can split their players in, and they can kind of work the pop really early as long as they focus on the sentry. And there we go, pop is in. Watching Muffin kind of clear some stickies. The sentry's getting focused down right now by Dustcat. Sentry is taken out, but not many frags come out in favor of them. Only the sentry's down. They do get some time on the point. Watching a soldier bomb in, a lot of people bunch up. They do get Valkyrie, so no Uber's going to be coming out of Seendio right now, but a lot of red players are going down. We've only got Blues, Trippa, and Idre left up right now. Blues getting taken out by a rocket, but ooh, Idre comes in with the crossbow and his soldier at the end, and that was actually a 2K on medic right there to seal that round. That's really nice plays right there from Muffin Men. So quick first round, and I'll give the second mid to you.
Adre with the hard carry with the crossbows apparently, but for this I'm gonna give Muffin Men Descat some love. That is their demo. He's out on that mid side throwing some stickies around, see what he can see. There is a rumor flying into that pack, that Jim Shuck, but it looks like no one has died yet. Just trading a little bit of damage chip, a little bit of spam, seeing what they can get here. No frags yet though, but more aggressive positioning on Muffin Man. Goes down there to Hi, I'm Red. Big bombs coming out from the Seendio side. Asian Rice guy gets in as well, so it is 2 down for Muffin Man, and they're just gonna back out, give the mid to Seendio. But they do keep their medic alive, so it is fairly even Ubers as Seendio looks to push second.
Yeah, I think that the Muffin Men really played a good job there. When they lost 2 players, they got out of mids, the next team had defense against second. So we're going to have even Ubers right now, but we still have a 1-player advantage for Muffin Men, but I don't think that Seendio is going to really waste any time with trying to make something happen. I see some scouts pushing through IT. Blue's getting kind of pressured back right now, down to 53 health. Well, they're just kind of peeking. I don't think they're ready to commit to anything yet. Some demos spamming through choke and all that sort of good fun stuff. So we'll see what they want to do to break up the stalemate right now.
Yeah, I looked to see maybe a bomb come in out of shotgun. It looks like they're moving in through choke. That's Smile actually, peek and choke, seeing what he can see if he wants to go. But there is kind of a forward roamer here as well. It's Cannon seeing if he'll go do something. But it is your standard stalemate. We all have seen them before and we all love them.
Yeah, and we actually have Muffins on Sniper right now looking at choke, and he is spotted out. The op sound does go off, but a soldier does bomb in from Seendio right now. He's kind of causing the ruckus over on the second point, but he doesn't look like he's able to really get much. Just, ooh, there we go. Does get the force onto the red medic, so it's going to be a huge play for the team on Seendio, the players on Seendio is what I meant to say. So Cannon is taken out, Jim Shock is taken out. That's a nice trade, but there is still an Uber in the favor of Valkyrie. They're just going to have to watch out for that sniper. I think they're going to be moving Smile through IT right now, or not IT, Sewer. I'm just tripping all over my words. So should be able to move on to second right now, and the Muffin Men do know that, so they're kind of putting their players back and, yeah, trying to be more defensive here.
They can't give this up for free, though. They need to get this force out. Otherwise, it's never fun to look holding last at a massive Uber disadvantage. But it looks like that's what it's going to be. But us is parked. Blues on Engineer. Mr. Muffin's on Heavy. So that's a lot of stuff to focus as the Uber comes, trying to get down on the medic, but they're not getting much. There's actually a soldier behind, forces the flash on the demo, and this is not much going down. Finally goes down, so they have a man down, a gun down, but still many men alive, and Mr. Muff picks off Hi, I'm Red, so no demo as well. The fight is still going down in chaos, and James Shockey going huge, gonna get the cap as he picks up 3 freaks there to and I credit him with that round win.
Yeah, and I watched Smile there at the end of the last push. He got the Uber, kind of went in, and then he got behind. So after things were kind of done being hectic, he just kind of came in, cleaned up any players he could, and just kind of helped his team secure that round. So on this mid, I'm going to give some love to James Shaka. Got that good force last time, and we'll see what he can do as a roaming soldier on this mid, just kind of making his way to the right side. This is good tag pretty early by Sticky, and that might delay his bomb a bit, might be a win for a second buff, but there we go, jump straight in onto the demo. It's taking on the 45 health, does not really get too much done. Switch my camera over to red right now, giving some really nice damage onto the red players. People just kind of flying all over mid. Trippa and Ken have both been taken out, and Shaka died early too. Muffin, so kind of jumping around with his team, but I think that the Muffin men are going to be able to kind of scrape out with their lives here. So similar to last mid, they did lose some players kind of early-ish and decided to get out so they can man the defense on second. So yeah, similar to what we saw last time.
Yep, just another good mid fight by Seendio and more smart play by Muffin men, but Seendio's getting a little more aggressive with their position here. So they're going to take 2 off of it as well, despite Valkyrie staying alive, or sorry, Idre staying alive, but we're going to see the repush. The Uber comes right out on point here. No one dead yet, and no Uber. Finally, Valkyrie pops, so much better Uber for Seendio, as Idre is just going to escape with his life.
Yeah, a little bit of weird, awkward pocket fighting in the rollout area right there. So we've got 2 players down for each team. Uber's just looking to be around even, and I think that Seendio is actually kind of peeking some. I saw the demo man getting pretty aggressive through the rollout area, and they're kind of moved into lobby. They do have a scout really deep into last, so I think they're just going to turn this into a maybe a push. No, I think they're going to opt to back out there. So doing a lot of weird, awkward, peeky stuff. And Valkyrie actually, though, is taken out, and that's going to be a pretty big deal for the Muffin men, and a pretty bad thing for Seendio. James Shaka went in as well, maybe to try and get some sort of men pick, but yeah, they're just kind of funneling in, going down one by one. Not really the best play right there from Seendio, and Muffin men should be able to take back the second point.
A lot of indecisiveness is what caught them that there. They kind of peeked in a little bit, tried to peek out. Valkyrie bailed on it, but not in time, and wound up, despite a nice force giving, or Surf giving up his life. But Muffin men moving forward here right into this middle, throwing around some rockets, a little bit of scout damage. No deaths so far, but it looks like they've got a lot better positioning and should get this. And high actually, so that is back in the hands of the Muffin men here.
Yeah, and they've got this mid, they have a demo pick, and they have an Uber advantage, so things should be smooth sailing for a bit at least. They should be able to kind of foul their players through choke and get onto second here, and I'm going to be expecting a bomb to try and get a force, but actually they do have a sniper up in the form of Antoine, so I think that Seendio is just going to try and back up right now, and then see what their sniper can do. He actually peeked through, got a headshot on Trippa, but didn't actually get anything done there, so they do know that the sniper is in play right now, and Ubers are approaching even, so that kind of scare tactic might have delayed them long enough to get their even Uber to defend last with.
Yeah, looks like they're just going to parade in. They're flushing many people, which is almost a misplay with the number of people still alive. And actually, they just step on the point, but the Uber finally comes out of Valkyrie here. And now he can flash as many of his guys, and down goes Blue, down goes Sapphirex, down goes Mr. Muffins. And successful hold. Although there are still 3 up, and there might be a back cap. There's the roamer jumping around here, jumping point, but he should be taken down, and down he goes. So no back cap threat anymore as they get the cap.
Yeah, definitely, like you said, splitting players in like that might not have been the best decision. When you know it's even Ubers, you usually don't want to split your Uber like that when you know that they can pop in response, and especially with Seendio's positioning so far back, they weren't really threatened. And Muffin's actually up on Spy right now, watching him hang out by choke. Keep my camera on him for a while, and oh, he does get spotted, gets the swipe into the medic, but actually pistols, or no, an arrow is what hit Valkyrie, so Idre and Muffin working together, some teamwork right there with their arrows and revolver skills. So pretty nice med pick from some team plays from the Muffin men guys, and a lot of players from down the Seendio's side, so this second point is in danger for Seendio again.
It's getting huge with the crossbows this game. Maybe they should give up his name, and Trey should be the new crossbow kid. Picking up huge frags that first round, and now the med pick as well. So sitting in very good position here, full Uber. Now they're gonna mult, and here they come at left-hand side. They get the gun down early, and now down goes a couple players. They're just gonna step on the point, 2 as well. So good time, and players going down for Seendio, but a couple frags back the other way. But Antoine, the only one left, and he goes down. 2 good play out of Trip.
Yeah,
4K
so a
there.
really clean round there from the Muffin men, and sick plays from Idre, and I believe this mid is going to be yours.
Well, you watch James Shaka last mid, so I'm gonna give the other roamer, I'm gonna give Cannon some love. As he's going, looks like he's not going for the fast rollout, he's just through that IT side, jumping around, grabbing an ammo pack. And he's gonna go from IT and go for a big bomb right into the demo man. Throw some rockets around, doesn't get the demo pick, but not to any avail as James Shockey goes down as well. So it is still even here. Asian Rice guy going down the backside, but a soldier right in on the medic. Come out, trying to stay alive, and no, Smile finally goes down, but Idre goes down in the end, and Antoine. So despite Chip's almost inability to get the med pick, he still gets it.
Yeah, so Catface Monster and Muffin are able to take that mid, and they're going to be on the mini spire right now, but since Valkyrie did go down before Idre, there's going to be around maybe a 10 or 15% advantage in favor of Seendio, so nothing too huge, but there is an advantage in the favor of Muffin Men, so we might see a sort of still maybe situation. I'm watching Asian Rice Guy though, he's being kind of cheeky down at the bottom in the grassy area from lobby, just kind of peeking and feeling his way out on second to see where the other players are positioned. So I think we're going to see standard last hold, but we might expect some sort of play from Seendio to try and break up what's happening. I see Antoine's on snipe right now, got kind of an aggressive peeking position. I don't think they know he's there, so I'm going to keep my eye on him for a while. Ooh, he did take a shot, so they're going to know that he's in play. So yeah, we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, this is the Antoine peeking aggressively. Shudder. He does not see what he likes, so he goes back and swaps off. He's on Pyro now. Ubers are creeping up to even. Looking out for, I guess, the Muffin spies. And he's going and changing once more to back to the sniper man. So kind of the off-class Olympics there, Antoine, but no push coming in and opportunity for him to really get a pick. But now he's got a shutter door and sees a scout. He can't get the scout, and scout's still gonna live. But Cannon actually came in on the back side and picked off Hi, I'm Red.
Yeah,
So,
Camden had a nice little trade there in lobby with the demo man, and that, I would put top of that. Armor for a demo is definitely a good trade, and Antoine on sniper just go down as well, so it's 2 picks in favor of the Muffin men. We've got an even Uber, but 2-pick battle on last. Uber's popped in from the left side, lose Muffin a bit longer. Valkyrie's gonna have a better Uber in the situation. They are down 2 players. No frags are coming out in the favor of Muffin men though, so not too much is being accomplished on this push, and I think they just kind of back their players up after things were going their way, but they do still have the pick on Antoine. They might opt to go back in right now. I'm watching players file in from the Muffin men right now. We've got Smile taken out, Asian Rice Guy taken out. I'm watching Trippa. It's a nice rocket just at his feet, takes out James Shaka as well, so we've only got Valkyrie and Antoine left alive. Valkyrie's on the point, struggling for his life, gets bounced away, and that's going to be a 3-1 in favor of Muffin Men. That's our first half.
And what a half it was. Kind of had a bit of everything. Adria going on fragging adventure, picking up I think 4 kills in that half. And speaking of kills, why don't I bring up stats? If I can find. Wow, looking at stats, one thing that stands out to me is no one on Seendio has been 6 kills except for Smile, who has 12, doing massive 300 PM as well. On the other side, there's 3 people over 10 on.
Oh, we're actually going live in the second half there, so not wasting any time there. Yeah, no time for stats. But Idre, one of the top fraggers when compared to the other team, gonna be watching Safrix or Deathcat on this mid. Takes his demo legs to the right side of the mid, kind of laying down some early preemptive stickies. Other demo does opt to go towards the pack, and we've got people flying up top on the crates right now. Blue Scout's taking a pretty aggressive stance early, and the red players are going to be moving around their health pack. Soldiers bombing in from both sides right now. Both soldiers onto the blue medic. That's a 6 surf right there from Valkyrie, but he does end up getting taken out. Or no, that was Idre, sorry. The colors have been switched, and now we've only got red and Asian Rice Guy versus Safrix and Blues. Blues versus the red, the last people left, and he does get pistoled down in the end. So that's going to be a mid in favor of the now blue Muffin Men. So yeah, we've got one scout, lone scout surviving there on that mid.
And he did the good old pistol running man taunt as he's capping that. And I will say one thing that's nice about this color change is Hi, I'm Red is in fact red. So be a little bit nice help there. But we have in off class, it is evil Mr. Muffins up on, well, some say it's his other main, Spy. And we're gonna see what he can do here.
Yeah, he actually
just working it.
He peeked towards Choke while disguised as an enemy scout, so if he was unlucky, they might have actually just spotted him back there since he wasn't disguised as a friendly, and I see Uncloak's NIT right now. Just gonna go for a stab on the roamer. Missed the first one, did get the second spy, but didn't have a spy in play, but he's still alive right now, so that's 1 for 1 on picks. Cannon with a baited in chat. And Muffins, headshotting someone through the choke, does get bombed on, taken out. The Asian Rice guy is probably pretty scared, so yeah.
Yeah, successful. Not the best spy play. Not going for a fancy pick, but a roamer pick is a solid pick nonetheless. So Mr. Muffins can up to another successful spy play, but still not doing anything to break the stalemate. In fact, he's not done with the spy game as he is back on spy, and he's working in through his team's IT. We're gonna see where he ought to go with it. It doesn't look like he's anywhere close to team yet, so you know he's going choke, cloaking in, walking through choke. He's in safely. He's out safely as well.
So this is pretty interesting since he did go down as spy, so maybe he's just like, you know, they wouldn't expect to do a spy twice in a row, so we'll see what happens, but things have kind of come to a bit of a halt right now. And something to note also is that Cannon is on the black box now. I'm not sure if we mentioned that or not, but yeah, we've got a ruckus happening in the IT area right now as Mr. Muffins makes his way into the enemy team, does kind of bump into the medic before uncloaking, so he is caught out once again, and we might see a counter stack coming out of the red team, or they're just going to opt to push. I think they're kind of making their way towards choke right now. And yeah, there we go. You've got some aggression coming in from scouts and soldiers. I'm watching red kind of shoot some stickies preemptively through the choke. Blue players kind of backing up and giving them a lot of space to come in. I wouldn't try and go for the Force there, but they were down a player, so there we go. Force is actually out on the blue side. Idra's Uber is going to be well exhausted by the time Valkyrie has to pop, and red definitely doing a good job of getting into mid without having to use, and getting picks while they're at it too.
A Force would be really nice right now. A soldier right in on that medic, and he gets the Force, so big play by Cannon there. Could almost be round saving as they get the Force to Valkyrie. But mid is down to Seendio.
Yeah, so Seendio is going to have a 2-pick advantage right now, and if I were them, I wouldn't waste any time, because they don't have any sort of advantage to play off of. And there we go, there's a soldier bombing in to make some room for his team. Red walking through the choke right now. Got a lot more other red players. Can't really, that's confusing now. Red players following him, Smile launched up in the air. Med does not quite arrow him, but we do have Seendio kind of getting out TM'd right now. They're going to have to back up a lot of players in the red. Asian Rice guy getting cleaned up, but Trip and Idra are taken out, so there's going to be no heals and no soldier on the side of Seendio right now. So they can, or on the side of Muffin Men, man, I'm confused, and they can make their way back in.
James Shaka going absolutely well. It feels like it's, we did say this is no fancy roamer jumps and roamer play, but he's done a really good job, and that was a huge Gonidre, as Uber advantage is now 80% in the hands of Valkyrie and Seendio pushing last, but they do have to deal with fat blues, well, blues on heavy, as he's going to work hold, but Cannon gets caught out there a little bit as High and Red gets picked with some stickies, and now they're working in here. Big bomb comes in and gets the Force off on the Uber, flashes around here, and Idra is trying to escape behind the Fatman, but they're just around the point. They cap the point despite there being 4 members of Muffin Men alive.
Yeah, Smile just kind of stood there and shot some rockets, and they couldn't really get him off, so yeah, this is going to be real mid.
Alright, and I'm going to give Scout love, or Spy love, technically. I don't know how you want to call him, but I'm going to watch Evil Mr. Muffins and see what he can do mid. He's working out that IT side and putting on some scouts and not really getting a ton done, but James Shaka and Asian Rice Guy are down with Cannon only going down, so man advantage in the favor of Muffin Men as they're just forcing Seendio out of choke, and that's going to be mid in the favor of Muffin Men.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick mid, especially compared to the last one where everyone died except for one player, but there's still people kind of DMing their way around, and I see a scout kind of playing with fire towards the sewer area. There's going to be a defense on second right now from Seendio, and I think that the heals are going to be rotated around the sewer area maybe. I see that Idri kind of did a fake, and we'll see what they want to do to kind of try and work mid into second.
Yeah, maybe we'll see the Mr. Muffin sack for spy play again. But we got kind of an aggressive flank here from Seendio. They've taken a lot of ground in IT here, but they're going to be forced out here any second now. But just kind of spam going back and forth, your typical stalemate. But it is even Ubers, so we should see a bit of overplay. And I like Smile's positioning right here, just sitting up on top of the, I don't know what you want to call that, the metal wall spire, I guess. The fencing.
Yeah. And
But
there's,
he'll.
if I were the Muffin Men, I'd maybe try and rotate heals towards the IT area and overwhelm the flank, since I think they only have like a scout or a soldier watching it. Like James Shock was playing pretty close, so if they did have some heals there, they could maybe rush him and catch him out. But yeah, they should do something to try and break with the stalemate right now, since the ball is in their court.
Yeah, and it looks like there is a bit of movement here. Muffin's moving kind of aggressively in through
Oh, there
IT.
we go. Cannon bombing in right now. Gets a pick onto Red and might actually survive too. Yeah.
Well, that's something you don't expect to see, and now it is Trip way in, and his medics with him has not popped yet. Finally, the Uber comes out here, forced the other way. Valkyrie finally popped, and well, it's kind of a players on both sides of the combo here. As it looks like Idris is just going to try to escape, and it doesn't look like Second's going to be capped. But down goes Trip and Blues, the combo of Smile and Asian Rice Guy. A couple of huge frags there, and it looks like Seendio moving in here. Yes, they are rolling right in on his middle point. Shooting some people, not getting kills yet, as it looks like Muffinman's doing a good job of escaping, with the exception of Cannon, who is right in on Valkyrie. But a huge surf by Valkyrie to land on top of crates and surf down to a pack. So well played by him, as Seendio has mid, and they're now peeking into second here, but they're not getting. They are gonna go? No, they're not. They're smarter than that. They're backing off.
And so the tables have definitely turned. We've got Seendio in a mid position, and they've got some players being sort of aggressive in the IT area. We do have even Ubers again, so we'll see what they want to do to try and get into the second or work their way in. But judging by how they've been kind of playing, I think they might just try and get a single picking off of it, or just kind of rotate some heals around and get a push that way. But we do see a lot of people playing around in IT, maybe trying to bait someone to overextend, and we do see the roamer kind of getting frisky with Asian Rice Guy, so maybe they're going to be going off of that. The heals are still around the choke area, so we'll see what they want to do. James Shaka, though, has been doing some good roamer things this match, and we'll see what he does this time. He does bomb it right now onto the neck, does get the force onto the blue team. There we go, does go down, but that's what a roamer has to do, give his life away for the sake of his team. And that force did come out pretty early, and there's no overpopping response from Valkyrie. There we go, it does come out in the IT area, and that's going to be a really good way for the Seendio team to get in on second right now, and I think that Muffin Men are going to have to back up if they really want to keep their lives here.
I think that was a really bad Uber out of Valkyrie, though. He kind of popped, and there was nothing for her to shoot. I think he could have milked that a little more, but there might have been something hiding, and in fact, there is a hiding behind a little bit, but no, he's just going to try and escape, and he's going to be taken down by Anton. So that's now a man advantage, although James Shaka is sniped. No, he's getting forwards, I guess. I was hoping for the offensive sniper, but there's a scout just walking right in, is taking down Desket, and oh man. But Antoine and Asian Race are down now, so kind of a scrappy fight, but no Sapphirex on demo right now for.
Yeah, so we've got no scouts and no roamer right now for Seendio. They did get that demo pick, but without any really powerful players, they can't really do much off of that. And the soldier is bombing out onto the second right now, and all the blue players actually filing out. See Smile still pretty aggressively forward, does get taken out. And Red doesn't want to leave either, so Red is actually going to pop his Uber, or Valkyrie's going to pop his Uber onto Red, and the blue Uber is popped in response. So we've got a kind of really awkward fight going on in second right now, but I don't think the things will go very well for Seendio in this situation. Muffin Man back on the mini Spire, and all the other remaining Seendio players have filed out. I'm watching James Shaka just kind of hanging out in the forward spot. Not sure if he wants to intentionally hide there to do some crazy roamer stuff, or if he's, I don't know, maybe just taking a nap. He is moving around, so we'll see what he wants to do.
Good old crazy roamer forward space. This could be huge if it works for him, because that would give advantage in the hands of his medic Valkyrie. And they don't know he's in that forwards. There is a scout sitting by it, but I don't think they know he's there, and why would they?
Yeah, he might want to maybe make a move soon. I don't know. I mean, it does seem like a perceived stalemate from the perspective of both teams, or from the other team that doesn't know that he's behind. So not really sure what he's kind of waiting on, just kind of biding his time. I mean, he doesn't really have to go anytime soon, not in a huge rush. Does show himself right now onto a scout, and he is onto the medic in the IT area. Ooh, does not really hit either rocket, I think. Either still has 150 health, so that's going to be a free pick for the Muffin Men, and they might try and go in off of that. Asian Rise Guy fighting scout, goes from 13 health. Rocket just putting up from the lower IT area. Uber's going to be popped off from lower, and Valkyrie has not popped in response yet, but all the blue players have filed in right now. They do have some presence on the mini Spire. They just have people kind of fanned out right now, but we do have more picks in favor of the Muffin Men. Andre's down to pretty low health. Watching Antoine defending his Spire, two-shotting a scout right now. More people just kind of jumping in on it. Trip popping Valkyrie up in the air, just get taken out, and Red is down as well. And a lot more soldiers just jumping around. Smile! Oh my god! Air shotting Idra in the choke. That was incredible.
These soldiers are putting on a show, and there's still fights. There's 2 scouts there, and finally holding down second is just trying to take on Antoine and Hi, I'm Red, and he's not going to. He's going to get out. Or sorry, he was a spawner, my bad. So it is a good hold, kind of unconventional, scrappy hold, but still a hold on second for Seendio. And man, Smile, that air shot, that would put that one in the next frag video. Wow.
That was incredible. I thought he was just kind of going for the glory rocket, but then it actually hit. And he was like, hey, I'm Smile. I hit all these all the time. So, yeah, we've got Uber's relatively even. There's around a 5% advantage in favor of Valkyrie right now. And we've got people hanging out by mini spires, people hanging out on mids, people hanging out in IPs, just a lot of hanging out, huge hangout sesh. I'm using that word way too much. Blue's getting kind of aggressive in the IT area, just kind of popping off some shots, but no one's really committing to anything. I'm watching Muffin's also hanging out in the sewer area. I said it again. Peeking for his team, but I don't think he's going to be making any moves anytime soon.
Yeah, no off classic either, you know, when there's kind of a stalemate that leads to another state and a lot of people die, you kind of hope to see someone go a little creative, especially even, well, Mr. Muffin's notorious by, but he's not pulling anything out, and we're just kind of spam exchanging, people pushing a little bit on flank, backing out, a lot of pushing now, and a lot of back. So kind of double, but I saw a medic in IT, and I got a little bit hopeful, but it looks like we're gonna just sit here.
I think they just kind of tested the waters in IT and didn't really commit to a push. And I'm watching Cannon right now. He kind of beefed a jump there, but I'm expecting him to do some sort of rumor bomb soon. Didn't see the kind of fancy Seagull-esque jump. Does jump in right now onto the medic. Ooh, does get a pretty meaty rocket onto Valkyrie. Goes down to 45 health, but he does not need to pop there. So that's going to be a pick in favor of Seendio, and they've been going off those single picks a lot. And kind of getting into mid without getting forced easily. So yeah, we're gonna watch a soldier bomb in right now, make some space for his team. Muffin's kind of stalling his jump, but the Uber is popped off from Idre right now. Red Uber hasn't been popped yet. There we go. Both scouts do go down though, so Valkyrie has popped his Uber sort of late, and things aren't really going well for Seendio players here. With someone behind as well on the mini spire, things kind of fell apart when they switched into mid right there. I'm watching Smile trying to hold down the choke area. Let's get the frag on the blues. Goes down to 46 though. I don't think there's too much else he can do at 22. 9 health too. More players from Seendio going down to the red. They're gonna have to back out here if they want to keep their lives and maybe defend last, but they do get the pick onto Saffrix, which is going to be a big deal. But Valkyrie in danger right now in the lobby area. Did get the first arrow off onto Cannon, but was taken out unfortunately. So we have Smile, Valkyrie, and Red all down right now on Seendio. And with a medic and a demo down, that's going to be a cue to push for Muffin Man. We've got James Shaka up on Engineer, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get Sentry up soon enough, and if this is going to be enough for them to defend last year.
What is this? Straight up chaos, man. Holy. Kind of unconventional frags, but frags nonetheless, and we might see a roamer cut out here, but no, he's got a team to support him. Is the push that could have happened? They decided that the spawns would be up too soon and just elect to wait for their Uber, which is a huge advantage right now, 60%. So that should come up soon. I think they know there's a gun. Antoine is on sniper though, and oh, the gun's down already. So maybe, yeah, here's the Uber coming right in here to the demo, but a huge headshot getting blues. That was Antoine, a massive headshot, so big by him. And kind of a scrappy fight going on, a lot of time on that point though, even though there is Seendio man advantage. And just need to step on the point, and Frag's starting to go down here, and Seendio's looking really good as it's now just Mr. Muffins and Idre, and they're gonna escape, or try to at least, as what up by Seendio.
Yeah, I don't think that they quite focused the right way on Muffin Men really when they did that push. I think that James Shaka, I might be incorrect in saying this, but I think he did switch off of Engineer when the Sentry did come under fire, so he could be more on a more useful class maybe instead of just having a destined to die gun. But Focus didn't really come out, and then Saffrix got taken down pretty early too, kind of stuck his head out a bit too far after the Uber was flashed off of him. So picks did come out left and right for them. Valkyrie is down in kind of right health right now, but they do have an Uber in their favor. He's just kind of eating spam on second, and if I were them, I would try and push into the mid as soon as possible because this advantage is dwindling away as we speak. I think they're going to be moving through the IT area right now, and Smile leading the charge, but the drop does come out. Ooh, Valkyrie taking that pipe, embracing it, and dropping his Uber, so Idre's going to have 100% Uber advantage. And we've got players in the red for Seendio too, so this is going to be bad news for them, but good news for the Muffin Men. Asian Rice Guy kind of caught out right now by the sewer area, maybe he can pull something amazing. Actually does manage to get Trippa down pretty low. Force I-Train to pop this Uber, so that 14 seconds is going to be a big deal. But I think red should be taken out here, and Anton's on sniper, does get a nice headshot onto Saffrix right there, and he's looking for another one on the scout on the point. Can he get it? Oh, he's kind of jumping around, but Seendio able to defend this point after all that tragedy.
There is a cannon behind, and I don't mean a rocket launcher. Cannon sitting outside that forward spawn, or that actual spawn. Sorry, not forward, and he's in the rollout area. I don't think they know he's behind, and he's a medic. He's right in on a medic. He has a hurt medic, and down goes Valkyrie's. Huge play by Cannon to be in behind there, and he's gonna escape with his life too, somehow. Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I was kind of worried for a second when he missed that first rocket, but did manage to get the frag there. So that's going to throw a wrench into the plans of anything that Seendio is planning on doing. So we're going to tiny Uber advantage, can't really find an advantage in the favor of Idre. But things have kind of reset with the mini spire being defended, but blue players wasted no time kind of filing in on second right now. Antoine is the first casualty right now, so no scouts in favor of Seendio. This is something we've seen a lot. And oh, Cannon attempting the air shot. Someone else I think did actually get it, or someone else would have to be hey, what's names? Trippa, the other soldier. So, yeah, 3 players down for Seendio right now. Uber advantage in favor of Idre, and I don't think they're going to waste any time with the blues running onto the point already. Antoine on sniper, maybe not the best time to go switch onto that class, and that's going to be a round.
Yeah, another round in the favor of Muffin. I believe that takes us to 4-2, yes, so. With 12 minutes left in the half. So there's some time for to make plays. One more round for Muffin Man's going to do it, and it's here mid.
Yep, and this mid, you gave some scout love last mid. I will give love to scouts as well. I'm going to watch the former invite Asian Rise guys. He makes his way up the right side of mid, spotting that soldier, kind of gets some shots off. Going to switch the camera onto James Shock to see if he's going to do any crazy rumor stuff. He looks like he's looking to bomb, hanging out on the shelf, jumps in right now onto the blue medic, kind of beefs the first 3 rockets and doesn't really get Idre taken down. And while he was doing that, the rest of his team did fall casualty to the Muffin Men. So there we go. It's a full wipe on the side of Muffin Men, and only Saffrix and Ken were taken out for, or the full wipe on the side of Seendio in favor of Muffin Men, excuse me. And only 2 players went down on that team. So we're gonna have a huge Uber advantage and a mini Star Cat probably going down. And I think a soldier also, Tripla, already taking some presence in roll. Just off the sentry, and I think he might have seen the sniper too. So they kind of have some intel on what's going down.
I don't think they got the Asian Rice guy on heavy. This is the off glass, and what needs to be a hold, because if they can't get this hold, that is Seendio, if they can't hold it, that is going to be map 1, Muffin Men. And it looks like, ooh, Smile goes down, it cut chasing Can. He gets taken out, so we're going to see the Uber come right in here, but the gun and heavy causing problems. Gun down now, heavy not down yet. And finally he goes down. This is looking good for Muffin Man. It's still 4v4, and oh, down goes Saffric. But a lot of on that point, and now it's just a melee on the point system. That is Muffin Man getting the win.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 5-2 for the Muffin Men. So pretty, that's, the score says it's a pretty decisive first map, but there's a lot of back and forth going on.
Yeah, I feel like even though it was a 5-2, I mean, one little play a different way, you know, and it could be 5-2 the other way. It could have gone a couple extra rounds. Definitely a very close match, and I look forward to seeing what the classic Badlands brings us on this next one. Do you want to go to music while we wait on the STB? Or do you want to look at stats?
Let's look at some stats for a bit and then go to music before we wait for the next server's STB to be up. So just kind of glancing at things real quick on the side of the Muffin Men or Catface Monster, we have Trippa doing some big damage with the 93k. And just in terms of frags too, he's the leader with 30 frags there. So on the side of, and also I'll point out Idre's status is 4 frags, 7 deaths. So pretty impressive KD for a medic right there.
And you have to tack on the fact that he has a massive 20 assists. Valkyrie sitting at 10 assists with 12 deaths and 1 drop. The Ubers are the big numbers that stick out to me here. Valkyrie had 9 of them, although he did, as I said, drop one to that huge pipe from Saffrix. Or sorry, yeah, Saffrix. Well, it 15 and no drop.
Yeah, something that I just observed in the match in general was that on Seendio, something that just kind of went down a lot of times in a lot of situations was Antoine and Asian Rice Guy would both go down, and that would cue a push from the other team. So I think there might have been some funky stuff going on with the flank, and just that maybe not being on the same page as the rest of the team, and getting picked at times when they shouldn't have. But yeah, as just in general as a team, there have been some nice cohesive plays from the Muffin Men, but I didn't see any crazy different thing that Muffin Men were doing to be as dominant as they were in terms of the score. So Yeah, was there anything that stood out to you about what Seendio did that they could have maybe changed up?
I wonder if there's a little. I don't feel like the a huge issue, but I wonder if this match would to Caboose was on mech. I wonder how the familiar medic. I wonder if Seniors kind of seemed like they feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I wonder if Caboose would have been down. I don't know. That might just be pure speculation on my part.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any sort of intense dominance though from either side. So I think on the next map we could see things going either way because we did see a lot of back and forth. I think that both teams just need to kind of tighten things up and make for maybe some quicker rounds and more kind of less scrappy fights, I guess.
And I'd like to point out that there's a little communication here in chat between the two teams talking about some of the moments, you know, and was Blues pointing out, Smile, that was an insane shot on Idre when he was surfing away. And he's absolutely right. An incredible play. Probably the highlight of the map for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, that Smile air shot into choke that blew my mind.
Anyways, why don't we switch to music while we look for the new STV?
What the f was that? What do you want to hear repeatedly on the radio this year?
Something that sounds like the music I already listened to, but with different words.
Dunno really. Oh, if it's on, I'll listen to it. Loud guitars, tattoos, anything else is a bonus.
And we're back. This is Badlands time, dear. You excited?
It is. It is Badlands time, and I'm excited. And for anyone who might just be joining us, this is the ESEA Open Finals. We have Catface Monster, or the Muffin Men, versus Seendio. So just to recap for those who missed the last episode of this Open Playoffs match coverage, fun stuff at CP Process, and things went 5-2 in favor of Catface Monster, or the Muffin Men. My name is Deer, and I'm here with Dreamboat, and yeah, we're going into a classic map soon. How do you feel about this matchup and how things are going to go?
2 words. Back caps. It's Badlands. It's notorious for that. To see some evil Mr. Muffin trickery and see if Seendio can match that. It always happens. At least one round is a back cap, and I would be shocked if that changes here. I love this, don't you?
I do, and it's a staple map for 6v6 TF2 and TF2 in general. So we're going to be seeing some probably pretty clean plays from both teams, and I think we'll probably see Seendio shine a lot more here than they were on Process. I think we saw them do a lot of playing as individuals, and as long as they come together and do some crazy stuff, then we'll see the full effect of their pretty strong roster, since they were pretty dominant in the regular season, and everything does kind of change when the playoff starts. But yeah, maybe we'll see some more of that fire in this match.
Everything changes in playoffs, and we are going live. No time to talk, no time to think. Why don't you take this first mid?
Alright, I will watch, let's see, I'll do the standard watching the demo man for the first mid as I figure out my binds. I think I watched red last time, so I'll keep with that tradition, and I will watch red at the beginning of this mid. We're going live. He got a pretty unfortunate spawn there. If you saw that, he was actually all the way across the room, and he's doing a kind of odd rollout. Did skip the second jump, and headed to mid right now. I'm going to start free camming to see if someone beat him there. So yeah, red Devilman is hanging out in the window. Red is going to be Catface Monster right now. We've got scouts already taking presence onto the mid. I think the blue team, Seendio, is going to be coming through the closet area right now. I'm watching blues get kind of aggressive onto the enemy train, firing off some shots. Soldiers flying in all around too. And Saffrix on the ground shooting some stickies up. We've got frags, 2 frags out already. Valkyrie and Anton go down, and we've got the rest of the players on Seendio in the red already. Blues and Deathcat or Saffrix kind of chasing down their main 2 players, but James Shaka in from behind, not able to get anything done as a roamer. So we have a pretty decisive mid from the Muffin Men, so not what I was expecting to see.
Muffin Men's mids have been insane. Like, the number of times that Seendio's wiped on a mid, and I don't think Muffin Men's wiped once yet, but that of course was a wipe. Idre has full Uber. There's a lot of classing. Anton on Engineer, James Shaka on Heavy, and Asian Rice Guy on the Pyro Man, as the Uber looks to come out here, and I don't think Trip's gonna wait for this. No, he's gonna walk right into a Pyro, and he's getting cut down by that Pyro. But a lot of flashing coming around, it's not a problem. Asian Rice Guy is down. Smile Antoine in red, and they step on the point. Okay.
Yeah, pretty quick round. I was kind of hoping for Seendio to maybe bounce back with more aggression after losing the first map there, but yeah, I'm gonna give you this next mid.
Well, I'm gonna watch Saffrix or Deskit. Apparently, rather than they decided to step on the point, and that's how that was over. But anyway, Deskit going under here. Sorry, Saffrix. He's down some. He's not getting a frag, and he's getting bombed here hard. He's got the loose cannon out. Things around, but Asian Rice Guy both pick up a kill, so looking a lot better. Seendio, and oh man, down goes Trip, down goes Deskit. Mr. Muffin's still alive though, still doing work, seeing if he can't take out Valkyrie, who's very hurt, but he goes down. But Idre escapes, so that is huge, as they're gonna have at least an Uber to hold this last point, as Seendio is rolling in to get Spire.
Yeah, so that's a pretty solid response from Seendio right there, kind of taking that mid back pretty dominantly, and I see players from the Muffin Men kind of hanging out in the upper lobby area. I think they're going to be opting to forward hold until they get their Uber, which is simply the right thing to do. Don't want to give any space to the other team for free. And we have some blue players kind of moving in from the Spire area. And we do have Muffins on the Sentry class right now, and James Shaka is actually on Spy, so that's something to look out for. Some spooky Spyman plays, and that Uber has been built up, so red teams can be able to back up onto their last, get kind of comfy, don't need to hang out in the dangerous upper lobby anymore, and we'll see what happens. Gonna keep a close eye to James Shaka though, making his way towards the staircase. Cloak is running out. There he goes. This guy's his enemy scout. I'm close. I haven't caught him yet. I think the red medic might be wise to shenanigans. Ooh, did not get the stab onto the demo quite soon enough, so Heavy is taken out by Blues, or the Spy is taken out by Blues on Heavy. And Asian Rice actually getting a frag on the bottom right, so that's a 1-for-1 frag, and there wasn't really a counter stack, that was more of Cannon being caught out there, so things have kind of reset.
And James Shaka is still on Spy, so we're gonna see some more Shaka shenanigans. Excuse me, sorry. As he's going to try and recap some of his Gully Wash magic, but Trip goes down to Smile there. So a pick and a Spy. We're gonna see what Shaka does, and the Uber's actually. So we might see the Spy backcap play as down goes Smile, but the gun goes down as well, and there's still the. Not seen yet. He might be seen. Yeah, he's dead. And another good hold Muffin Men here as they looks like they're gonna try and push out, but be careful. You gotta be. It could be a back cap, but there is still a fat man on last, so we should be safe. As Muffin Men are gonna get spiked.
It was kind of a misplay from Seendio there. They had a lot of things going for them. They did have picks, but they kind of bled players in. So Muffin Man did do a good job of kind of capitalizing off of those overextended people and they needed to get out of last. But Seendio definitely could have played that a bit better. So now we've got an Uber on the side of Ivory. We've got about 85% right now for Valkyrie, but I don't think that the Muffin Men are going to be wasting any time moving their way through house right now. And yeah, the Uber is popped off already, but Muffins is taking out pretty early. Both soldiers jumping in pretty aggressively. Getting on to Valkyrie, did manage to get his Uber. Uber's popping response from the blue players, and the red troops are going to scatter right now like flies at a birthday party? That's not an expression. So we're going to have more blue players running through the choke right now since they moved to pick on the Muffin and Cannon. Smile does go down though. Watching Red kind of shoot some pipes around that poor medic chased under Gravage and taken out. We've got Saffrix jumping out with his 32 health left. Trippa and Muffin, the only two left alive. Trippa's already on the power class. We got Muffin building the sentry.
I will say one of my highlights of Kathu is your creative phrases that you come up with, but as I say that, we have a roamer working in a raid down here. He's not seen, and he might get here. No, he doesn't. Cannon takes, but there is some sticky spam coming in. See if he can't get the gun. They do know there is a gun, and Smile, the pockets on Spy.
Yeah, so everyone's just hungry to play Spy. I guess Muffin's a very inspiring player. But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on Smile, and while I'm keeping an eye on Smile, he is keeping an eye on the point, and yeah, Seendio making things 1-1.
What?
Well,
did that just happen? Did he really just walk on the point, stand there uncloaked, the entire team was around him, and get the apparently?
So anything can happen on Badlands, anything can happen in the finals, anything can happen in TF2. We got soldiers jumping around. I think I saw an air tunnel that mid. James Shaka taken down already. Watching Asian Rice guy pretty low health, and two players are down already on the side of Seendio. They're going to be wanting to get out right now, but I don't think that Catface wants to let that happen. Trip is making his way through house, spots the Demo Man who had a trap for him. Red right there, kind of scraping out with his health, and Valkyrie's alive as well. See a Demo fight on the Grey Bridge area. Saffrix able to kill himself pretty gracefully, so we've got Trippa and Saffrix both dead already. Valkyrie, Red, and James Shaka are going to be up right now. James Shaka in pretty early respawn, and that's going to be enough players to forward hold and maybe even get some peeking out on the Spire. I see Red kind of sparing some sticks, and they don't want to give it up, I don't think. We've got a soldier jumping in already. Blue's got time to low health too as well. So Catface definitely not going to be able to take the Spire for free after that mid-fight. We're going to have even Ubers, and all the blue players kind of swarming out in the second, and Catface getting kind of scared and backing up towards their choke already.
Oh yeah, kind of in another aggressive, not necessarily textbook play out of Seendio, but they do manage to hold this. And no frags actually went down in that exchange as both teams are at full strength and full Ubers. It's your standard stalemate, which can be kind of hard to break. But I mean, people say pushing last is hard, and we discovered all you have to do is walk on it as a Spy. So maybe my knowledge of TF2 is going to be broken here again.
Smile teaches us all how to properly play the game.
Yeah, the pocket Spy to back cap. Well, they're all, yeah. TF2, man, and TF2.
Alright, so I'm gonna keep an eye on Cannon right now, since last map he was doing some rumor things to break up stalemates, and as I say that, he's actually taken some pressure from other flank players, and Smile actually really forward in house all the distractions coming out, so Blue, I think, maybe taking the ball and putting it in their own court. Smile still uncontested in this house area, just kind of walking up there. I saw the medic kind of drop down on the balcony. He does get caught, goes down to 70 health, so I can able to just have a free raid right there. No parties for him. And we still have sort of a stalemate going down. Neither team has really decided to commit to much. We have a lot of people peeking and a lot of people backing up, a lot of people getting buffs, and yeah.
Yep, just another stalemate, you know, peeking, saying hello, goodbye. But,
yep, and there we go, Cannon with
but...
a jump in right onto the medic. Ooh, does get a direct onto a soldier instead of the medic, so Valkyrie pretty unscraped there. So both Blues and Cannon are down. I didn't see where Blues died, but that definitely was, or hopefully wasn't on purpose, because they would not want two players to be dead right now. So you're gonna have Seendio moving on to mid, Smile clearing out traps for his medic, and yeah, they did kind of take mid Catface, not really having enough players to contest that without maybe having an unfortunate situation on second. Did get their players up right now though, so we should see some sort of defense here. And Smile wasting no time, jumping straight in onto the Devilman, sees the pocket soldier in-house, hits him down to 37 health, and Idre goes down to 20-ish and has to pop. Uber is popping response from Valkyrie, who actually, ooh, maybe not the best decision to back up there when he knew that he needed Uber to pop that he could kind of work with, and he did that play from good positions, but we do still have Smile on Spire running rockets down onto the red players who are also in the red health-wise, so Seendio able to kind of get into the Spirey area. Ooh, MGE happening.
Devilman MGE too, as he's working around the Spire as well. And this could be very bad. It will be. There's 3 down for Muffin. Seendio should just walk in. But as for how Blues walked down, you saw that bomb come in from the roamer and then its team followed. That's what his intent was, is when his roamer bombed, he just kind of trapped them. But Seendio is getting crushed here by the Blues heavy as he mows down Antoine and High on red.
Oh my god.
But there is still scouting. James Shaka down as well, so... Oh my, well. Blues picking up Asian Rice guy.
Blues
the
with
4K
the classy
fat man.
XD in chat, man. So, yeah, I guess to defend last, you just go heavy. To win last, you just go Spire. Learn a lot of new things here. And we've got people pushing out of last as well. Muffins was taken out, but the Spire Cat might be going down by that one soldier. And Blue's going to James Saka onto the flank. So I don't think that the Muffin Men or the Catface monsters, whatever you want to call them, are feeling too much of the worry right now. Blues, though, was bleeding from his basher jump onto Spire and wasn't able to kind of continue with the 1v1 on the Scout. So I will take back all the words I said about them being able to cast Spire.
It's okay, Blues is just gonna go heavy and make us all cry again. No, there was a spy, sorry, I forgot, that's how you win this. James Shaka up on his other main, maybe you can call it that at this point. As he's up on spy, this guy's at the scout, and his team's moving here.
Yeah, I think that spy might be the
down,
communal main of this match, so everyone's just kind of getting a piece of that spy. Oh man, I don't want to say slice that spy pie, that would sound terrible, but he has uncloaked on the steps, Medic looking straight at him, and that was a short-lived spy play. I think that is reminiscent of the last one that he did. Hopefully he does not come off as spy again, but we see Blues getting pretty aggressive on the heavy class. Cannon goes for a counter sack, does not make anything happen, so we've got people just kind of hanging out on last again, and things have reset, and Blues kind of yelling with the heavy voices in-game, maybe feeling confident about himself, and James Shock is back up on Soldier, so no creative off-classes on the side of Seendio. They might opt to maybe recycle and push again off of that, I don't know, but we'll see what they want to do.
Maybe sack Mylon and see if he can be Miracle Worker 2.0. The spy play, or... No, it looks like, you know, it's gonna be one demo stickies on the point, the other one puts one on there to clear it off, and nothing really happened. But there's a little aggression here, big bomb coming in, and Smile actually got sniped by Mr. Muffins, but the force comes out, that's James getting the force, and now Muffin Men are rolling into lobby here, but Valkyrie is gonna escape with Uber, and as Marxist says, if you try and pop out of last, you are going to lose it if you're not careful. Because it looks like they are going to try and use this Uber to... And that's always a back cap possibility. No one's... Oh, there is a scout going for it, but the point is going to go down anyway. So we have a scout in behind, and he's going right in on the medic. That's Antoine. And he two-shots the medic. Down goes Idris. So a huge play by... Is he going to get the scout? No, he's going to play safe it back. No, he's not.
Oh my
he's
god, he just Scooby-Dooed him.
Fancy jumps there by Antoine, and now he's just gonna recap that one play by him.
Oh my god, that was amazing to watch. He did a classic Scooby-Doo maneuver and ran around a corner, and the scout was very confused and did not continue to chase him. And I've been watching Saffrix just kind of being above the last point. He's at 35 health right now. I'm not too sure how useful he's going to be for his team, but he's been comfy there, just kind of nestled and I guess building a nest like a young bird. And I see Valkyrie coming down through the bottom right hand corner. Pops his Uber off. Cannon is the first casualty of this Uber. People rushing on the point right away. I think that Sapphire's probably did caught out because the scout did get launched up, and yeah, they just kind of ran on the point and won that round. This mid is yours.
Well, capping last on balance. You just run on the point. That's how it works. Whether you're a spy or a scout, it somehow works because wow, that point caps fast. But for this mid, I'm gonna give Cannon some love and see if he can do some fancy jumps. He jumps right in on a demo man here, misses a rocket, hits another one, and now he's kind of boxed out of mid. But wow, Shocky getting the skill stick, and Asian Rice Guy with blues and even frags here with a slight advantage to Muffin Man as Mr. Muffin picks up a couple of frags. So it's still 3v2 and down goes Asian Rice Guy, just Shaka alive, and Shaka's in the house and two scouts are just gonna crush him. Mr. Muffin's being up a 3k to end that mid. Big play by him.
I think I'm maybe just hoping to see Seendio have more of a decisive plan on mid that works out for them, since things seem to be going everyone does except for Shaka, and then he goes in at the end, doesn't really get too much done. So Muffin Man definitely able to take that mid again, pretty decisively like the other ones, and we've got some off classes already, so we shouldn't expect any forward hold from Seendio right now. We've got Antoine on the sniper class, James Shaka's on engineer, and Asian Rice Guy on heavy, maybe hoping to have the same success as Blues did earlier in the match. So I'm going to keep an eye on Antoine on sniper.
Yeah, he's going to the Aussie man, and do you want to give your? I'll give my best Ro impression as Ro doing he's a sniper man. He's watching. You know the Uber's out actually, right in here, runs into a heavy, gets not the heavy. And this is not getting a lot done. Yeah, the download alive. There's still a trap, and there's still a scout on point. Down goes Smiler, but Idre Cannon and trip down. Oh my! But frags back the other way, and it's now just a medic alive. And okay.
Oh man.
Wow.
Well, so that's going to bring us to, I think, a 2-2, I believe. And Muffin and Abel just kind of run on that point at the end of the fight. I was worried that things weren't going to go their way since they didn't capitalize off of the blue team kind of all rotating in unison when the point was empty. But even after that, they just kind of said, hey, let's get some frags and let's go in there. And I'm watching Red mess up his rollout right now on the side of Seendio, so that might be tragic. And I think the Red players, or the cat-faced players, are just kind of making their way up their own slope. Asian Rice Guy's going to be the first one taken out. I'm watching the Antoine get some shots off of the soldiers, but he does go down to 15 pretty low. Trip is taken out as well. Cannon trying to deny a soldier from jumping into his choke. So we've got 3 players down on Seendio already. James Shaka left alive at that mid, gets taken out. So we've got Red left with Valkyrie, and they're going to escape with their health. And if they get their respawns, they should be able to forward hold. But yeah, another really decisive mid from Muffin Man. So they're doing a very good job in this match like they were in the last one.
That's the saving grace here, is that they managed to hold their medic alive. But there's a cannon in deep here, but he's running into Asian Rice Guy, and down he goes. Asian Rice Guy with his famed, I don't even know what you call it, the hat with the spire thing on top of it. It's not a Christmas tree, it's like phone pole. I don't know what I'm saying.
But
anyways,
got
he
Muffin
picked
up on Spy already.
Spy play coming out, but that's not gonna do much when Spire's going down here, as he's just bouncing around the bridge. And he sees a medic. Demo man gets a buff,
the medic
actually.
in as well. And he's gonna be shot by every single member on Seendio, so 3 players are down for Muffin Man, just kind of feeding right there. Blue's down to 28 health too. Not too useful in this situation. They're gonna have red people moving out of mid. Hydra actually went down to 7 health, got forced off, and Antoine was taken out as well, but Valkyrie's gonna have a comfortable Uber to pop in response. There we go, Triple is jumping onto him, Uber's coming out, Triple is taken out, and yeah, we've got 2 picks in favor of Seendio. They're gonna cap mid, and I wouldn't waste any time moving on to the second area right there. Smile onto the demo man, doesn't actually commit to getting that frag, and I think a soldier was behind trying to make things happen on the Valkyrie, who did actually get taken out by Blue, and I only peek through choke, but James Shaka taking away the other medic's life in response, so Seendio pretty aggressively moving their way into the Spire area, taking out a lot of players left and right from the red team.
Yeah, definitely big plays out of Seendio, showing their aggression that they're kind of famous for. I mean, I casted a match earlier this season on playing Mr. Owl's team, and they just were so aggressive, and that's what won them rounds. And I haven't seen quite that same amount of aggression, so it's nice to see it here. Is that be the difference maker on this? Shout out to Suika for saying that it was the lo-fi long wave is Asian Rice Guy's famous hat. So shout out to you, Sweet.
Yep, so we've got an Uber advantage in favor of Idre. We've got Muffin on the engineer class, and we've got a last defense from Muffin Men collectively, and we're gonna see what Seendio wants to do. So based on what they've been doing in the past, they might kind of sack Shaka in, he might go spy, might sack Shaka in, he might not go spy. We'll see what happens. But last time they did push last, and they did have an even Uber exchange. They did kind of come out with some picks in the post-Uber fight, but they didn't really capitalize off of them in the way that I would have wanted them to see, and they didn't really turn into a round, so hopefully they've learned from that. Alright, so we've got Blues on Sniper right now. Sentry Gun is actually spammed out, and I think Blues did switch back to Scout, so nothing too crazy happening there, but yeah, we've kind of just got a last stalemate going on.
And there's a bomb coming here from James Shaka right in on the gets the force. That's huge for him. He goes down to level 1 Mr. Muffin Sentry Gun, but that is now no Uber in the hands of Idre, and a whole Uber on Valkyrie should just regroup their players, and as soon as Shaka can be ready to push in here, this should be a fairly easy push for them. As well, when you have Uber and the other people don't, the other people tend to die. And the Uber's gonna come here. Is Shaka's not actually in the fight yet, but down goes the Sentry Gun. But the heavy Blues is still doing work, so this get down. Only goes down. This is a very good play out of Muffin Man. But there's still a scout lurking around. That's Asian Rice guy. He's just gonna get a kill on cannon. Poised by him with Shaka as well, and now it's just Deska alive, and he goes down.
Oh my god.
So, James Shaka. He wasn't in the fight to start, but yeah, for half.
Saffron's maybe not in the most useful position on that last. If you saw the very last thing that he did was go down to maybe 16 health, shoot a cannonball, drop to the ground, take fall damage, and get shot while hitting the ground after being perched up there like a watchful hawk or gargoyle or whatever perches on top of lamps in Badlands last. But yeah, Saffrix just did some unconventional stuff there.
I'd like to say he was perched up there like a toucan, but I'd like to see toucans doing things, and that was not productive, so maybe it wasn't the toucan power. But no, it's half, so. And I want to give a shout out to James Shaka for, once again, you know, when things seem to die down, he does something massive, whether it be air shotting Saffrix as he drops down, or, you know, just going for massive fancy bombs. But this is very good now for Seendio. As are we live or no?
We're going live soon. This is the set that makes us live, so there we go. We are gonna go live, and this I think is your mid.
All right, and I'm gonna give Scout love. No, I'm gonna give Smile love, because I've seen him do some crazy stuff and air shots, and I look forward to seeing him do some of those right here as he's going for a big bomb. Doesn't quite hit the air shot, but down goes Saffrix and cannon, and now he shotguns down Trip. Blues down as well, so a huge win from Seendio, but the medic is stolen. Will there be some pursuit? Doesn't look like it, as both the scout and medic, that is Idre or Muffins, are going to escape.
Yeah, so maybe in that 2-minute period between the half and when this one got started, there was a small pep talk going on, or pep talk, sorry, on Seendio, and we've got a pretty aggressive Smile already playing around on the bats area, and they don't need to forward hold anymore on the Muffin Men, so they've taken out the off crosses already. We got Blues on Engineer, gonna have time to build the sentry since things are even right now, but if they do spam out the sentry like a lot of sentries have been getting spammed out this game, then they might try and just kind of push in and see what they can do on the side of Seendio, maybe pop into the flank and get some damage onto the right side. And yeah, it looks like James Shaka is spamming out the sentry already. Soldier does kind of come in response, and Smile and Shaka both go down. Both soldiers go down. Uber is force. Actually missed that force happening. I apologize, but that's going to be a big deal for Muffin Men. But Idre actually just gets taken out, run over by Antoine. That was ridiculous to watch. He just came through like a car, and I think there was a taunting demo man on Laz. I'm not really too sure why he was taunting. I think that was Saffrix, but yeah, that was actually frighteningly almost round, or a last cap.
Well, Mr. Muffins was hiding around his forward spawn and wound up just going in and almost two-shotting the medic. I think Valkyrie dropped down to like 10 HP, and now down goes. But the taunting down with 3k with either one trap or one pipe. I missed what it was, but Saffrix killing 3 of them instantly. So big play by him. to hold that last, but Seendio is going to get Spire back in their hands, and there's once again something behind. It is Muffins again, evil Mr. Muffins. He's bouncing around on mid, and that might actually give Seendio a cue to kind of push forward here, as a scout behind is one less on left.
They sent both scouts back to chase Muffins, but if I were Seendio, oh, there's a pause. But if I were Seendio, I would have just pushed. Since with Muffins behind you, they're effectively a player down, and they do have an engineer also, so that's kind of down two pretty useful classes, which are your scouts. So yeah, instead of sending both of my scouts back to deal with Muffins, who's not really much of a threat in this particular situation, I would have maybe try and done some stuff, but maybe they're just going to be waiting for an Uber. Valkyrie does have a 10% advantage, and if they build it, they might try and push off of it really quickly and get some stuff done, but it's still kind of playing with fire in the situation.
Now, I don't know if this is how it actually works, but I like to just kind of look around at buzzes and see if someone's doing a funny pose, and it kind of looks like Antoine's on Asian Rice Guy's back, and looks like Asian Rice Guy's carrying Antoine. And oh, we're live, so I'm not going to speculate saying that he carries. Now goes Muffins to an Antoine 2-shot, as we have ice skating players going around here. But still, Uber's closing in on even here. Slight advantage on Valkyrie, as Seendio is in good shape to push in the last.
Yeah, we still have a player advantage too, so Muffins actually did come up right now. He's going to be on the sniper guy. Asian Rice Guy is taken out. Maybe that was a sack. Cannon was taken out in response too. I missed both of those. I am so sorry. But yeah, Muffin taken out in the spawn, looking at the door, maybe going to peek it open and try and snipe something. Ooh, I think he does see a soldier in main and does not get the shot. They do know that there's a sniper too right now, so we'll see what happens. Asian Rice Guy did come back up on scout. And yeah, we got two off classes in the favor of the Muffin men. We got some even Ubers, and we've got a setup for last. And I think they're just gonna try and spam out the sentry again this time. But the demo man taking that opportunity to peek and get some nice spam out onto James Shock, who's taken out by a soldier as well. And this is maybe gonna queue a push. See, Hydra already popping into the upper lobby area. I don't know if I would have done that, but Valkyrie did pop in response. So that's gonna be a big deal. Antoine trying to get cheeky and back out, but that sentry is gonna say no siree. So we have more play from Muffin Men moving into the upper lobby area. I'm watching Cannon kind of struggle to scout in the bottom left. I think Muffin Men shouldn't be worried about defending the slash right now.
I didn't like that decision to pop that Uber in, but there's an aggressive sentry now. I like this. Lose being kind of a Mackie player. Move gun around. It's now sitting deep into main. Creative, I like it. Takes some guts to throw something like that into, especially in open finals. It takes off Asian Rice Guy. So shout out to Blues for the sentry gun play. Wow.
Yeah, and now I think with the Asian Rice Guy going down, they're gonna know it's in that kind of fun position, that unconventional spot, but that definitely is it's a good way to surprise people. Asian Rice Guy definitely seemed surprising. Oh, actually Blues he crashed in the real time when the pause happened, so rest in peace that sentry gun spot. Pretty unfortunate that had to come to an end that way, with the player crashing. But yeah, we have another CLA going on. We have Muffin on the sniper class still. Blues wasting no time to get back onto Engineer after coming back from his crashing, and I think that Seendio is probably going to be able to give him enough time to build up a level 3. Maybe not if out of courtesy, but just because of the even Uber situation. But actually, we had Cannon get taken out. James Shocker trying to do something, get taken out as well. So yeah, players dying, nothing happening.
Shout out to James Shaka for being taken out by a level 1 sentry. You know, for that level 1, it's only level 1, but it still does work picking off the roamer. So
yeah. Oh, and if you see what I am seeing, I'm watching Antoine run all the way back to mid, go into that forward spawn, going up on sniper right now. Antoine, a very good player when it comes to aiming at things in the hit scan way. So we'll see if he can make something happen on sniper. I think they're probably going to be expecting a spy. See Asian Rice Guys say James go spy in chat. So how we're going to play mind games, that's what we do in open finals. And yeah, we'll see what Antoine can do against Muffin on sniper.
Yeah, definitely some... It's been an unconventional map here, but... Well, I mean, some of the most fun matches involve unconventional. But we're seeing a little bit of poking, prodding, but no one doing anything yet, as Antoine's peeking an aggressive angle now down here through main. He wants something. Can he get something? He's unknown. Finally gets called out, but does not get taken out or get a kill. So kind of nothing really doing there for him. as he now rotates into the upper side, and he'll be peeking another angle soon. Working on that. That's way out now. All the rotations.
Right now, I'm just hoping that something happens. I want someone to shoot someone, and someone to die, and someone to move, and someone to pop an Uber, someone to make something happen, because if nothing happens, people are gonna start going crazy and doing some crazy things. But yeah, we just got snipers hanging out, people getting buffs, and there we go. Sapphire's being taken out by Antoine. That's the pick they needed, and down pick is going to be huge. Valkyrie popping in straight to the sentry right now, and ooh, this Uber actually might just be wasted in taking out the sentry. Maybe not the best decision since I do know that Hydra is an Uber as well. This topic is pretty late in response to the one that came out from Seendio. So Seendio gets a huge pick of the demo, capitalizes off of it in a very questionable way, but they're still in on this last since that blue Uber didn't really accomplish much. As I say that, their post-Uber fights are going to be way more dominant as they wipe Seendio. So Seendio making not the best decision when pushing last there, but big ups to Antoine for getting that pick.
And Antoine just got called out. I thought he was going to go straight into last, and he's now actually going to go straight onto the medic and picks Idre. So despite them knowing that he was in flank there, he still manages to get a massive pick. What a play by him.
Definitely, still kind of like a motorcycle that's locked onto Idre, like that time before when we saw him just kind of barrel in and mow him down. So very nice pick from Antoine. It's going to put a pretty big Uber advantage in the favor of Seendio. And we've got the off classes coming already. We have Muffins on heavy. We've got Blues on the sentry gun class. So yeah, we're going to have with this Uber advantage, I think that Seendio should maybe just opt for a really clean push. This time they focus the sentry down. And they won't have the unfortunate Uber to deal with at the end of their fight. So hopefully things won't go awry. But we also have a spy on the form of Smile, so we've got this pocket spy thing going again. Seendio just really likes that class and likes doing weird stuff, so I'm going to keep an eye on Smile right now. They need the sentries later. Sentry just got spammed out from the main area. Smile's disguising in that stairwell area, uncloaking right now. Maybe he'll go for a distraction play as his team pops in. I don't know, but maybe he's giving them intel. Looking at the medic's back, looking at the heavy's back, moving forward. I don't think they know. Oh, the pyro definitely caught him. We got some highline going on, some spy checking. Smile is taken out, and they do pop in off of that. I think that distraction was to maybe get the pyro to move away. Maybe I'm looking too far into this, but this pyro is actually going to be double stifling into Uber as Red flails his pipes around. Triple was taken out in this Uber fight. Blues actually goes down as well. So with this first Uber fight, they have 2 picks, but Idre has gotten his Uber and pops it in response. So if I were Seendio, I may be trying to get out.
Well, getting out may not be the only option, as there's a scout still alive in flying ground. Oh, it's Antoine, he's very hurt, but that is still back cap threat, and it looks like he's gonna go and eats a fat rocket right there. So no back cap, but no push out either, except for a scout sacking onto Spire. That's Mr. Muffins. And Idre somehow went down there as well. I missed that. So
Yeah,
that's huge.
Spire does not go down in response, so I think we're going to have Seendio setting up an upper lobby again, and Valkyrie is going to have a huge Uber advantage. Blues and Tripla on offenses again. We got Blues still on Sentry Gun, or on Engineer. I can't say the class's name anymore. And we still have Pyro in the form of Tripla. Muffins did just come back up on heavy. The sentries are only going to be level 1 right now, and Valkyrie did this Uber. If I were Seendio, I wouldn't waste any time. And there we go. They're not going to be wasting any time. Popping the Uber in through main. Soldiers jumping in right now. We're going to level 1 sentry. Going to heavy on the right side too. And Antoine and Red both being taken out simultaneously. Ooh, maybe not the best Uber. I think Seendio maybe just kind of not the best at pushing Badlands last year. I'm wanting Valkyrie kind of run out. Shaka lingers around on last, trying to maybe get a pick on the Hydra, who goes down to 62 health, but does not quite go down. So still, Muffin able to defend last with their off classes, and Seendio still kind of beefing pushers.
The control point is being captured.
Yeah, it might be the story of this match is Seendio can't cap without a spy. But it looks like they are going to still hold Spire, so we're looking at another. And one thing I worry about here is it is a very offensive position. No, they're backing out. Maybe if Muffin push this with Uber, they're setting themselves up for a massive back cap, and looks like they're just gonna sit back and hold, wait for an Uber v Uber fight. And I honestly, I think they're just happy to sit here and grind time out.
Yeah, well, things are actually, Seendio, the clock is in their favor. I think it's a 3-2, if I'm not incorrect. Let me check on the, scrolling up in the chat. So yeah, that is correct. So there's a 3-2 in favor of Seendio. So if they keep on just kind of stalemating things out and failing last pushes, then eventually the clock is going to run out, and that will bring them to a third map. So this is good for them as grindy to watch as it is, but if I were them, I would just kind of lock down and do a solid push. They don't seem to be handling the alt classes very well. We've got even Ubers again, and I'm watching James Shaga hanging around main. I think he's going to want to spam with the sentry before trying to bomb in, but the last, I think, maybe 3 times he tried to do that, he was taken out by some spam from the other team before being able to pick up the sentry. There we go, we got a sniper being mean to him, but he does actually get the sentry before that happens, so maybe let's give him chase the bomb in. I didn't see what happened! Asian Rice guy just ran in and tapped. Okay.
Shout out to Shaka. There was a trap. He put a perfect first rocket to knock the trap all the way to one side of the point. As soon as the gun went down, that means Asian Rice guy could just step on it. And again, I think that's a deathless, a killless push for a win for Seendio. And I think it's my mid? I don't know, but I'm watching some people bombing around here. They're throwing some spam, and they're kind of playing on their sides, but a big bomb from Cannon in doesn't get a kill. Finally, Smile goes down, but a big counter bomb from Shaka right in on the medic. Well, you get Idre. Idre is escaping, and down goes Shaka. So that's 2 huge picks, no soldiers, and Idre's kind of on the other side of his team, and he picks up a kill on the high M red. Antoine goes down as well, and down goes Valkyrie, and Idre actually gets taken out by Asian Rice guy. I think Rice realized that he was completely separated from his team. So it is a Muffin men mid.
Yeah, Muffin men mid. Wow, man, I'm tongue twisting myself. A Muffin men mid indeed. So yeah, they're gonna be able to roll on to Spire right now. Both medics should get taken out, so Valkyrie's gonna be back up first, and it's got around 60% right now. Not any crazy advantages in their favor. I think that the blue medic Hydra is gonna opt to forward spawn, but they don't know that over on the Muffin men. We've got Antoine on sniper right now, but yeah, if I were Seendio, I'd actually be forward holding right now, even though Spire did go to the oh man, I can't say their names, to the Muffin Man. If I were Seendio, I would forward hold since they didn't take any lobby presence yet, and they still need to build their Uber up, so maybe putting Antoine on sniper is a bit premature, and Asian Rice guy kind of forward as well as Antoine, but yeah, they're just kind of building Ubers, and they do have an advantage here.
It looks like Shot was behind, bombed in, didn't get anything by him, but not enough as Muffin Men are actually creeping up the Uber, but they are sitting at a disadvantage here. Anyways, there's a scout in behind, that's Mr. Muffin counter-sacking, doesn't get anything, and it's just kind of playing the can we get Uber yet and push. I think no real surprising off classes. Shaka finally going up on that engineer, so there is a Uber sapping machine. As in, you need to focus in.
He's poking his head out in a lot of places, but not really taking too many shots. I think he kind of straight walked into Deathbox, looked at the medic, and then turned back around, but he would have had to go for a really glory shot to hit that one. But yeah, getting kind of antsy on the sniper class right now, maybe trying to break things up. Muffin's on sniper too, so maybe we're going to see a sniper battle and an engineers versus the world battle, so yeah, this is similar to what we've been seeing with Seendio trying to set up to push last, but we'll see if Muffin can kind of pull out something different.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe, you know, we'll just see, well, actually there's a trade going down there, Asian Rice guy and Cannon killing each other, so that's something, but maybe we'll just see a scout step on point and end the game, or end the round, I should say, kind of like we just saw with Asian Rice guy, but, well, it is your typical stalemate, nothing going down, no one's focused the gun down, the sniper can't pick the angle he wants because of the gun, and well, there's problems, but Cannon is pulling a Shaka play. He's on spot, and he's working in that lobby. These soldiers, man, they're just loving that spy class, and the sentry gun goes down to good spam by Trip. But we'll see what Cannon can do with his fancy knife.
Yeah, he's hanging out in the main area, playing on the patience watch. Sentry gun's being taken down. I think Triplet just kind of farming points at this point, just shooting sentries like that. And yeah, I think Cannon's just going to opt to go for a normal spy pick, not any sort of distraction play, not any sort of weird back cap. He's hanging out in the kind of the normal spy crevice. Antoine actually being cannonballed down. So with that pick, I think they should be feeling the worries over on Seendio. There we go, pocket soldier, smile taken out. Cannon is taking on response though, but those two picks are going to be enough to push in. There we go, Uber is popped off. We've got players on red popping in response, and that sentry is still being a nuisance even though it's only level 1. Taken out finally by Trippa, and Asian Rescue goes down to the cannonball as well. We still have players destined to hold last. On Seendio, we got a nice popping out from red right there, and he's playing around still pretty healthy with the rest of his team, with Saffrix left up at 7 health behind the point, and Cannon is, who knows where, he's all the way on Grey Bridge, so good last defense from
Antoine! Antoine getting a 3-rune blade kill onto Mr. Muffins.
The control point.
Congratulations, man. That's a kill. Remember that one. As Seendio is pushing at a last here. But there's a bit of a response from Muffin Man. They're pulling in here and they're gonna hold Spire. And Canna goes down to Asian Rice Guy again. Kind of picks exchanged, but Spire's still in the hands of Muffin Man, as they have a slight 20% advantage to potentially push this last.
Yeah, and I'm watching people move on to Spire right now. Valkyrie kind of trying to heal up his players there, but Muffin Men don't want to give it up. Trippa and Blues do go down, so if I were them, I would just kind of back out and save your lives. But yeah, we've still got more blue players lingering around the trash area while Seendio kind of fouls their way onto there. Trippa's still the only one down. The Ubers are around even on both sides. There's one pick in the hurt of Seendio, so if they try and go really fast, they might be able to maybe catch Muffin Men off guard. But with that one pick, I don't know how comfortable I'd be just kind of barreling straight into mid. But there we go, Antoine peeking for his team. We've got even Ubers still, and player is back up, so we'll see what Seendio wants to do. And what they want to do is bomb James Shaka in to get a force on the Hydra, which was successful. It's going to be jumping Cannon through the choke. Red player is all the way back on Grey Bridge though, so no threat of a force right now from Valkyrie. And I think they should be opting to push into mid right now.
Yeah, definitely a huge bomb by Shaka. That's an absolutely massive play, as it strips the Uber from Idre, as now here comes Smile in with his heal being medic, and no Uber yet. So this is very good for Seendio. Haven't had the pop, and they can now just start to get the cap and roll right into second. Although Idre is creeping back up on that Uber if they elect to go, and now he's at 80%. He might get this in time, but they're still rolling forward. Seendio peeking in. Big contestation from Muffin Man. This is where the fight's gonna go down, and Idre has now. Out comes the pop, but the counter pop as well. Pretty even Uber, and Trip and Asian Race get only casualties thus far, and that's not gonna change, I don't think. Bit of a demo fight though, and can Saffrix actually pick the medic? No, he can't. He goes down, and Idre went down on the back side to smile at that. So Seendio with a bit of flanking plays, but James Shaka and Antoine both go down, and now it's just a demo and medic. And there's a scout that blues right in, picks off Valkyrie, and he's gonna get the demo too, or at least he should. Yes, he will. The scout in on him, and who eats a rocket, so this could be a dead Asian. Well, no, it won't be, but that is gonna be point, mid, back, yes, in the hands of Muffin Man. What an exchange there.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff happening. Muffin Men taking mid back, and Antoine actually on the sniper class in the forward of the spawn. I don't really know how much sniping on Bag will accomplish. Yeah, he does back spawn, goes back to scout. So we've got even Ubers again. Muffin Men do have mid right here, and they're gonna hopefully not just wait for Uber and then do some weird lights up to get into second, but we might be seeing that happen. We have players set up on the train pretty aggressively right now. People just healing, people just building, and yeah, nothing too crazy. We do actually have Seendio playing pretty far back. If I were Muffin Man, I would maybe try and inch my way in and take the space that they're giving us. And as I say that, though, Seendio does kind of get more players towards the choke area. But knowing that, I'd maybe try and rotate heals onto the flank and get pretty aggressive there if I were the guys on Muffin Men who are hanging out in the house right now, maybe trying to go through porch. Cannon does get taken out pretty early, as well as Trippa though, so that's going to be a mistake. No soldiers in favor of them, and with the pretty far back players from Seendio, they're going to have a ways to walk, but they should be able to move right back onto mid right now with an Uber, which they just got. Valkyrie moving their house with this pocket soldier. You can get an Uber. Fire blue, I'd be scared. And yeah, they're playing around their train right now, but they already have red player shape socket jumping kind of early. You didn't really need to go back to empty since they didn't the picks from the space to move with. And that pick is actually going to be pretty bad news for the Nation Rice guy taken out as well. So Uber is popped from both sides, but there are only 3 players up right now in Seendio, so Muffin Men really getting the better of the situation. I'm watching Valkyrie watch with Haim Red, or watch, they're running. I'm watching them run, I'm not watching them watch. away with their lives, and Triple will probably get on my team, shotgunning down Antoine at the end there. So Muffin Man bouncing back against that push from Seendio, who kinda messed up there.
Yeah, a bit of a misplay but there by Seendio, and this could cost them, although it is even Uber's. We'd hate to see a bit of a misplay cost around here, but they do have a 2-round cushion, I believe. I think it's 4-2 right now, so they can throw a round or two away. Well, we'll see. The gun, Mr. Muffins, who had just gone so huge right before, and there's a scout right in on the medic. He's gonna get crushed. That's Antoine Trip taking up a huge onto him, and well, now we shock it down. Oh no, shock it just, but the gun is up and Trip goes down pretty early for the Smile. So the Uber's in here on a scout, and the scout's just gonna clear some stickies and step on the point. He's not gonna get the cap though as he gets taken down. That's Blues. The Demo's now stepping on the point and he gets crushed by a shock and air shot. So Kana Chaos going around, Cannon picks up Valkyrie, so that's a big pick onto the medic. Is Idre is going to escape, but a botched last push.
Yeah, Seendio did a pretty good job of keeping your players in the last fight when like 90% cap time was there. They made sure that someone was standing on every time there's any search of a threat, and Shaka is actually hanging out at last still there. Valkyrie was taken out, so pushing out might be a bit difficult without heals versus a team that does have heals, and just with the player down, so I think we're going to set right back up on last. Red, though, was taken out, so with no demo, if I were Muffin, I wouldn't waste any time. I would just push in, even without an Uber, even though they do have advantage. They didn't get the sentry down, they know that they're trying to build a sentry up. I would just, please go right now. They have a pick on the demo, but a scout did get taken out, so that's going to delay their forward momentum. So we might see just people setting up in upper lobby.
I'm a little surprised they didn't go. They had a lot of time on last. They had no gun, they had no demo. That's their cue for Skip to just run in there, but the Uber is in now, and the Saphirix picks off the gun. There's a soldier just jumping around, forcing them back into spawn, and the soldier's just gonna step on the point. He gets taken out, the scout in on the point. So that is now 4-3. And very, very shortly, we should. How much time is left in this half? It feels like it should be over fairly soon. And yeah, 6:50 left in the half. 4-3 Seendio, and I'll let you take this mid.
Yeah, in 6 minutes and 52 seconds, I think anyone can get 5 points, because we all know that you just need 1 minute for each round, so things can just turn around any second now, and I'm going to give someone to Trippa this mid. I'm watching the blue team kind of make their way up through the other team's closet. I think that there's kind of a unique yin-yang pattern going on. Antoine completely stuffing a soldier there. Valkyrie going to take him down pretty early though, so got some picks in favor of Muffin Men already. Soldier being shot out of the air though. I think that was Cannon really shotgun down by Smile. They were still kind of hanging out in the house area. I did just get taken down as a Zut, so they didn't kill that medic. And I'm watching Blues 1v1 to scout by the Hoodoos. We got people flying around, jumping over heads, and Smile's the only one left against Blues and Mr. Muffins. And they're able to take it out, so the scouts on the Muffin Men or Cat-based Monster are going to be the dominating 2 players there, left on mid. And yeah, another mid for Muffin Men, which I think has been the story of Badlands.
This bodes really well for them too, as they're working more than last here. Although it is even Ubers, but there's going to be an attempt hold, and if they're not careful, I know they actually do a great job of denying that. Barely. I was going to say if the scout hadn't managed to get that, that could be kind of a last push attempt, but Muffin's down. But there's a soldier bombing the Spire, and now it's kind of chaos as everyone's fighting different fights. Cannon goes down, but Valkyrie went down to him before he did. So that's a huge pick by Cannon, getting the death of Valkyrie. Huge advantage now in the favor of Idre. And they could just roll, but it looks like Seendio is going to be a little greedy. They're going to try and go in here with no heals as he can get. And there's a soldier behind the medic, and he does not get the pick. That was James Shock, and down goes Smile as well. The Uber is forced out though. And down goes Asian Rescue, down goes Red. It's just Antoine and the newly spawned Valkyrie. And Antoine is going to escape.
Yeah, so we've only got a couple players left up for Seendio. Antoine getting taken out by Triplet in lobby right there. There's going to be an Uber advantage in favor of Muffin Men and a huge player advantage. And as I was saying last time, if I were them, I would just go up the player advantage, but Saphirix was taken out, so without a demo, it's going to be a lot harder to push Badlands last. And I hear the noise of gears and mechanical things, whatever is in robots. I don't know anything. But yeah, we've got sentries. That's all we have. We've got sentries here in Badlands. That's what they love. That's what they provide. That's what we see. That's what we hear. That's what we smell. That's what we taste. We have sentries.
Good old sentry guns, and it's not doing anything yet, but the Uber is going to come out here, and he's getting absolutely stuffed by the pyro. That's huge place by Asian Rescue on the pyro. This is not a very effective Uber, but they might still get the gun. But they get Smile and Antoine, actually. The gun's still up, gets tripped. It is still up and doing work. Gets Idre as well. So no medic, no Mr. Muffins to name Shaka. And that gun was too much for Muffin Men to handle.
Definitely. This is, I think a lot of last pushes are being dismantled by off classes in this ESEA Open Finals match, which is definitely something that is throwing a wrench into things for both sides. And I watched the Asian Rice guy kind of shoot soldiers, kind of jumping onto Spy right now, goes into 13 health, and in high risk of cratering, does get Vissel down, so that was a mercy kill right there from Blues to keep him from falling to his death and breaking all of his bones, unfortunately, his little scout body. But Valkyrie pops his Uber off in lobby, and he's actually going to be kind of caught out. The rest of his team is still at last, but there's no medic on the side of Catface Monster, so they might not be too antsy to push. And Muffin was taken out as well. But there's kind of weird scrappy fighting on last right now. People just kind of filing in and dying.
Seendio, they have to be thinking they just need to hold on to this. They have that 1 round lead. There's like 4 minutes left now, but they're not going to do it as Agent Resuke goes down to Saffrix, and Spire will stay in the hands of Muffin Man. Down goes High, I'm Red. So 3 down, no medic. This could be the tying, as Cafe Monster is finally going to go off player advantage right in here. Trying to push people back. Trip goes down though. James Shaka, there's a scout right on the point. That's the cap. 4. Wow.
Yeah, so things are down to the wire here on Badlands. There's only 2 minutes left. It's a 4-4. If someone wipes on this mid, that's going to be it. And this mid is actually the area, so this mid going to decide a lot, and I'm going to hand it over to you right now.
And who better to give a mid a scout? And let's watch Evil Mr. Muffins as he's throwing around some pistol shots, throwing around some scattergun. There's a soldier in the house. No one is dead yet, but down goes James Shaka. Blues picks him off, but Smile picking up Blues, and Mr. Muffin's down as well. Down goes Cannon, but Valkyrie, the medic, is dead. So while Seendio has the man advantage, Muffin has the heals, and they're just going to escape. So this is mid in the favor of Seendio, but there is still heals on 2 Muffin Men.
Yeah, and if they don't hurry up, then things are going to get pretty, actually, if it ties, I'm not sure if, since the first map went to the Muffin Men, that they'll just win the set, or if it goes to the 3rd map. I actually have no idea, but yeah, if I were Seendio, I would be maybe looking to not waste any time and move, and I think one of their players is actually in lobby behind right now. That's Smile, who might go for a back cap on Spire, since people are kind of found their way onto mid. But with the 6x, I don't think the 1x from Smile is going to do too much, but ooh, there are players stopping it on mid right now, so maybe Smile can get the Uber was forced, and the 6x is still happening, but I don't think that will be a successful back cap, and there's only going to be James Shaka left. Smile's effectively useless since he's stuck behind. I mean, he is Smile, so he has crazy DM, but yeah, not too many people left alive.
This could be a massive throw out of Seendio, because there is still time for Muffin Men to get this Uber to in, I think. And it looks like may not even wait. Uber, they're in great position to move, and I see some movement in main right now. It is Bus Park though, heavy, and NG, and we might just see a stalemate. And I believe if it is a stalemate, there is overtime, a golden cap. I believe sounds like that is the case. Here comes the Uber right in. Down goes Antoine. Down goes the gun. Cap is on the point, and they win. Muffin Men just won.
Go. The Muffin Men just won. Scouts run onto the point. I think that was the story of how to push Badlands last in this match in general. Just kind of sack your pocket in, make him go spy, step on the point, just have a scout run in, step on the point, just have people step on the point. So down to the wire, they just kind of ran a scout in there, and it worked out for them. So congrats to the Muffin Men winning both maps. I think a 5-2 on Process and a 5-4 on Badlands.
I hate to cut you off, but I'm reading chat right now. Saffrix is freaking out. Effing 2 seconds left. There was 2 seconds for Muffin Men to win that on that push. And the point cap, 2 seconds left. What an ending.
What an ending. Definitely
Wow.
a fitting ending for the series of matches. A very quick cap by a scout at the end in the last 2 seconds there. So Muffin Men proving to be our ESEA Open champions. So congrats to them. They definitely deserved it. And I guess we can take a look at stats here. And I don't know, are we doing interviews? Do you know?
I just got added by someone. I think that they want to do interviews. That's canon.
All right, so
we'll
while we get that set up, I guess we can look at some stats stuff. So just kind of glancing over at things damage-wise on the side of Cat-Face Monster or the Muffin Man. We got a lot of players doing the 12Ks, but Saffrix actually doing, or not Saffrix, Kennen doing the most damage for his team there. But in terms of frags, Blues with the huge 39, Muffin's also with the 34, and Idre is still proven to be a medic with some DM capabilities. Did get a frag that match. I think last match he was actually like positive at the half on process, so definitely a very good medic there. And on the other team, there's some big frags as well. Asian Rice guy with a huge 31, and we got like a nice 30 on Smile as well. So yeah, we're kind of filing players into Mumble right now. And
hello?
Yeah.
Oh hi.
And all I have to say is I didn't see that one. Didn't Seendio that come?
Oh, nice.
Sorry, that was bad.
Oh, no, that was awful.
Seendio.
This is terrible.
Oh my lord.
Welcome, Blues, Idre, Cannon, Frix, and Trip Mr. Muffins. Congratulations, guys. You're the champs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
Pretty
I don't
good,
think it's
you know,
set
I
in
gotta
yet.
say.
It hasn't set
You
in
know,
yet.
I just got a
thing
message from
is-
Kevin's phone. Oh, you talk, sir.
I just, the only reason I want to win this, because I want to win it for our fathers, Cafe Monster. Now, Cafe
Yeah.
Monster won IM.
Shout
Space
out
Monster
to-
won Open. Now, I
Shout
wonder
out
who's
to
gonna win
Broda.
Invite this season, you know?
I think Woodpig
Might
is.
see another
Mario Monster.
iteration of the monster in Invite.
You know, it's funny, right after we won, Trip and I both looked at our stats and we both simultaneously said, "Oh my god, I did so shit."
Oh yeah, we had a little deal going. I told my team that whoever top frags on across the whole finals gets my $100. But I don't know what to do because I top fragged, you know? What do you do in that situation?
man.
Looks like you get
Well,
$100, dude.
Big blues.
What do I do? All right, Steam.
I think what you do is you give it to the two casters. You know, I think.
I'll go
What
back
do you
and
think
look
about
and
that
see
one?
how
Choose your favorite
see if you got
cherry
my
and
good
donate.
side. If you got my good side, I'll give it to you.
I think he's gonna go buy something adult, maybe an alcoholic beverage or two, with his money. Is that what you're gonna do with your winnings, Blues?
$100 to
Probably.
get you like two cocktails.
2 cocktails.
I like it.
So what's next for you guys? Is it
I am.
I am for you, or do you
Stand
guys stay
together.
together?
Of course.
Of course, yeah.
Why would you split this team up? Got
Yeah.
a bunch of open champions here.
Yeah, I think the main reason why we did so well in playoffs, because I think we might have been one of the only playoffs teams, if not the only, to like have no roster changes mid-season.
Yeah,
We all-
I mean, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I played you guys back on Viaduct Week, and I look at it, it's the same roster that absolutely
remember that.
destroyed me then.
I did like 500 DPM.
God,
that was fun.
Oh, that was so
Oh,
dumb.
that was the game where you like backcapped us on Viaduct and 5v6. We were still like one carry.
Honestly, though, I think the team's been around.
Those are good times.
I think the team's been around
Yeah.
since early December, and with the exact same roster.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we are the team that like
I think-
got their full roster
Yeah, like,
earliest in the off season.
Yeah, since we've had the same roster all season, and like we haven't we've all been scrimming very consistently for I think like out of all the playoffs game, I think we have like probably like the best chemistry, coordination, that kind of stuff. I think that's probably why we did so well. So, it was a
So
pretty
I
good
am
season.
champions. I am champions next season.
No
We'll
way,
see.
dude.
We'll have to see.
No, next season Cafe Monster is going to win Invite, and we're gonna win IM.
Oh, okay.
You heard it
Just
here
so we're
first,
clear.
guys.
Just want to be clear about that.
So, Idre, on process, you, I think, at the half, you had more frags than some of the players over on the other team, and you had some pretty sick,
Yeah, boy.
some pretty sick crossbow stuff. You had a nice med pick and stuff. So, were you just kind of feeling yourself after the first?
I just
two
had to turn it
frags?
on, man. I just had to turn it on, dude.
Okay,
It's
listen
like-
here.
Idre's our
Idre
real
was
carry.
stealing my frags,
Idre had the
right?
game of his life. If there was
Oh,
ever an
so
MVP.
hard in that first half.
It's like
Idre,
I
the
wasn't
hard
feeling
carry.
it all week, dude. Like I was missing arrows, dropping Ubers, just wasn't feeling it. Today, I ordered myself a pizza mid scrim, pre-game scrim. Ordered myself a nice pizza. Got my pizza. Ate my pizza, and just got some frags, and won a game. We won some games,
Do you have
It's
any?
just that simple.
Do you have any words for your competition? If Seendio's in our chat, do you have anything you want to say to them?
They're an amazing fucking team, and I really hope they
Yeah.
stay together for I am, because they're a great group of people,
Yeah.
and I love all of them. And I'd hate
They
to
stay
see them
together
Yeah,
for
cross
I
to
it
am.
was
CS.
really, this was pretty fun playing against them.
They didn't
Um,
scrim up to this, and they gave us fucking hell. Like, I don't know.
But
I feel
honestly,
like they're just such a good team.
I'm
Yeah.
just really glad I didn't go 16 and 40 again. Like, I still went pretty negative, but not too bad.
You're just feeding just a little bit, Kevin. That's all.
Hey, I top damaged on Badlands, noob.
Very
XD.
un-goldfish, un-cafe monster.
Yeah.
I was
We,
expecting,
Yo,
we-
I
we-
crushed everybody.
Oh, my easiest game of my life. What was that? Freaking
Goldfish should never
dominating
be a role
everything.
model for any human being.
Like, Goldfish is the best.
Asian rice guy cannot dodge stickies or pipes. It was the easiest game of my life.
Was
Also,
there
no,
James
scouts?
Shaka
What
is
were
a
the scouts
fucking
doing? Did the scouts
James
hit a
Shaka
single
is a
shot?
fucking terrible spot.
Oh
Yeah, he's trash.
that's actually
It's just a word to James Shaka. I love you, man. I love you, but like
Oh
you
my
telegraphed every single play, dude. Come on, man. Love you.
Idris a Highlander man. Former Highlander
I
man.
hate Highlander,
Can't
dude.
kill him with a spot.
I haven't played Highlander in a season, dude. Come on, man.
Thank
He almost
God.
got me though. He almost got me though.
Almost.
Speaking of spies, do you guys want to tell us what was going through your mind when Smile just stepped on the point?
I didn't know my stickies were
I
I was
on point.
mad.
I
I
was
actually didn't know
upset.
my stickies were on point.
It was like
That's
we
usually
saw,
like what we do, you know?
we saw the cap
Yeah.
going down. He caps point, and we're like, oh,
Oh.
okay.
I
thought
was
you
just
won.
NG. I was NG at that point, like going back to spawn because my gun blew up, and I just saw it on the phone. I'm like, it's snake water. I can't do anything. It's over. We've lost this.
Anyways, I'm getting a message telling me to wrap this up. I do want to congratulate you guys again. Best of luck in IM. But before we end the stream, give me your shoutouts, guys.
Shout out to
Make
Proto.
sure you have.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Tattoo.
Proto.
Shout out to Eric.
Shout out to Proto.
Shout out to Tattoo. JK, no shout out to Tattoo.
Fuck Tattoo.
Wow.
Actually,
Shout out to-
banned
I'm gonna
from
give a
Mystery.
shout out to Tattoo.
Shout out
I
to
like
Luxor.
Tattoo.
I don't like Tattoo.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Assassin.
Cafe Monster.
Shout out to Kevin Spawn.
shout out to the future Platinum champions, Candy.
Shout out to KSF
Best team
community.
in the world.
Oh,
The
Prowler.
Surfing Clan.
Shout out to my dad, Deska.
Shout out to
Shout out to-
Demento.
Shout out to Kevin's phone.
Shout
Shout out to Matt.
Paul.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
Matt
Nick
Goldman.
Nair.
Shout out
Shout out
to
to
Shiki.
Geckner.
Shout out to my real life
Private
friend
Parks.
Corey,
Shout out
to
who I
Mr.
forced to
Slut.
Shout out
watch
to the
this.
Waylanders.
Ew.
Shout out to Melon. Melon
Shout out to
Overlord.
Shout out to Better Call Saul.
Shout out to my dog.
Shout out to Mr. Slint.
Shout out to Nursey. How can we not give a shout out to Nursey, the hard carry of our team?
Shout out to Red Sea.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Luxor.
Giraffe.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to
Giraffe.
Lucrative.
Yo, big shout out to Jack.
Okay, can we stop this?
Shout out
It's
to
done.
Lucrative.
It's over. It's over.
90%
It's
of
over.
the TFT
done.
community.
It's over.
Hit up like 50 of the 70 players that
But
play TFT.
shout out to Amp. And the biggest shout out of all is the Big Papa Proto.
Of course.
Of course, shout out to Big Papa.
Biggest shout out to Big Papa Proto.
Alright, let's wrap this up. We're done here.
All right,
Alright.
I want to shout out EVL TV for providing us the stream to give this great match. Shout out to you, dear, for being an amazing co-caster. Shout out to you guys, Muffin Man, Catface Monster, the champions, and shout out to Kinch, our cameraman.
Yeah, big ups to Kinch for doing camera for this marathon of a cast, and huge shouts out to Dreambot for being able to cast everything with us. And congratulations once again, Muffin Man. Congratulations, Seendio, for making this far. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for EVL TV for making this possible. So I'm gonna say this is Deer. I was here at Dreamboat. Thanks for watching, and drive safe.
Shout out to Chunky.
Road. Man, you've done a really good job today. Do you know that?